Hi, so I'm going to show you how to make a graph for your graphing activity. So in your graphing activity, you're going to see slides like this, and you're going to go through and you're going to have your research question and your hypothesis, and you're going to have your data. And once you have your data, and I see link this sheet to Google Sheet to make your graph. So you're going to click this, and it's going to take you to actually another spot. And in this spot, this is where you're going to make the data for your graph. So as you can see, I added my title, Favorite Sports in Mrs. Skousen's Math Class. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the options. Basketball, baseball, soccer, gymnastics, and other. And as you can see, I did other because I wanted people that didn't like any of those sports, so maybe football is your favorite, it's a other. But I also tried to include gymnastics because I wanted something that maybe other people might like, so I tried to have a variety, but I also have that other. So now I'm going to go ahead and put in the number of votes that I got when I surveyed my class. So I had 7 for basketball, 5 for baseball, 6 for soccer, and 5 for gymnastics, and 3 for others. So now that I have all of my data added into this spreadsheet, I can now go ahead and actually there's one other thing I'm going to change. Instead of options, I'm going to change that to sports because that'll just help when I'm making the graph. So now that I have this all made, I'm going to highlight this information that I want to include in my graph. And then I'm going to go, okay, it's highlighted. I'm going to go up to this little thing that says Insert Chart. And you're going to click Insert Chart. Then you're going to notice a chart pops up. Now, pie graph is not one of the options. So, and actually it does not have a pictograph. So if you choose to do a pictograph, you're going to have to make it on your own. So you can choose to do a bar graph, and there's 2 options. You can choose columns, or you can choose rows. I'm going to choose to do columns, so I'm going to click this right here. And you can see right there, it made my graph for me pretty easily. Now, I can go ahead and change some things. Now, it didn't pull over my title, so I can go up here, and over here on this side, this is where you're going to find it's the most helpful. So you're going to click here, and it says Chart Title, and then right here. And in there, I'm going to go change that. I'm going to say Favorite Sports in Mrs. Skousen's Math Class. Okay, now if you want, you can change the size, you can change the font, you can have a lot of fun with this. You can make it however you want. I have whatever you want. Favorite sports, you can center it. You can make it bold, whatever you want. You can even change the color of the text. So you can have a lot of fun. So now I've added the title. I don't need a key for this chart. It's already labeled my x-axis for me, sports. It's also already labeled all of these things, so it makes it super easy. And it has over here the number of votes. Now there are a couple of things if you wanted to change some things, you can. You can come over here and change, if you want to change the colors of the bars, you can make them whatever color you want. So if you did want to change it here, you can change the side that the numbers are on. Generally they're on the left side. I'm going to keep it at the left side. You can also add a legend if you want. I did not add one, but you could go ahead and add one, and you don't really need one in this case. So in this case, it chose for me that it's going to skip count by 2. If you wanted to add another grid line to kind of show what it would be for each one, you can choose to do that. I just added one. You can change the color. You can make it lighter or darker. You could make it blue, and then you can make the other ones red to make it however you want. I don't really like that. I'm going to go back to black or a dark gray, maybe a light gray. So you can really do a lot of different fun things with this. With the horizontal axis, you can change the color down there. So now that writing's in blue. Vertical axis, you can change to be red, anything you want. So however you want, and you can change this to be whatever color you want it to be. So you can kind of have fun with it, make it colorful, however you want. When you are happy with your graph, then you're pretty much done, and you need to just now go insert it back into your presentation. Alright, so once you have your graph made, right here it says click here for directions to post your graph, and I'll click this video in as well. So you can click here, and this is actually going to take you to a slide at the very end that tells you exactly how to do it. So you're going to go to insert, you're going to go from sheet, import graph, or actually find this spreadsheet that we just made, and then you're going to import the graph from there. And I'll show you what that looks like without following directions. So you're going to go to insert, then see this chart, and you're going to insert from sheet because we already made it. And then it's this graphing activity, so you're going to select this graphing activity, and then this is another one that I made for that example, but this is the one I made, so I'm going to insert it, and now I have this graph that I made inserted directly into my thing. Very easy. It's a good skill to know how to put graphs into things. If you have any additional questions, you can feel free to ask.